Hey folks, welcome back to another 2000s era super review. Hope you all enjoyed my previous review of The Incredible Hulk, starring Edward Norton, Liv Tyler, and William Hurt, and Tim Roth, and Tim Blake Nelson. Now, like I said this is another 2000s review, but this is not a Marvel or DC movie, but it is a superhero film. Um, yeah, it does star Will Smith. It is still, I would say, yeah, it is a superhero movie. And a superhero that, I would say it's a black superhero movie because Will Smith started it. So, first those was like Meteor Man, uh, Spawn, Steel, Blank Man. Forgot to mention Blank Man, but yeah, I this movie stars Will Smith, Charlize Theron, uh, and Jason Bateman, and that is directed by Peter Berg. Sorry if I'm talking too quickly. Oh yes, let me show you my shirt. It's my other YouTube shirt. If I've never shown it. Yep. So I'm not trying to show anything else. I'm just showing you my stomach, my stomach, my shirt. Yeah. This ain't no. Yeah. This. Yeah. Yeah. This ain't. This ain't no chip and Dale videos. Yeah. I don't do that. That's just weird. Yeah, I ain't Magic Mike. Believe me, I'm not Magic Mike Material. I'm just kidding. But anyway, guys, if y'all know about my YouTube, thank you for the 116 subs. Just keep on subscribing to this channel, guys. Keep on sharing my channel if you're watching this video. Subscribe, subscribe yourself, of course, but also share my videos, you know, with your friends, family, coworkers. I appreciate it. Yeah, remember this channel, the mask profile picture. Now, you can watch videos on my other channel, but that's about my profile picture, but do not subscribe. Subscribe to this one. See, we already have 116 subs, so let's keep on going, guys. Just want to keep on going strong with this channel. I'm not quitting anytime soon. Believe me, I'm never going to quit YouTube. Nope. I'm going to be here a long time. Very long time. Anyway, I love reviewing movies. But anyway, this film is also directed by Peter Berg. Like I said, starring Will Smith, Charlize Theron. Can't ever say her name right. And Jason Bateman. And that is Hancock. I think I remember watching this movie. I think my auntie might have rented it and I watched it. I don't remember. But we've had this on, my family and me, we've had this on DVD for quite some time. And I do like Hancock. I do think it's a good movie. I do think it's a bit overlooked. Does feel a tad underrated, I would say. I would say it's one of the best now, but it's definitely one of my first favorite movies. But I would not put it high up on a list. I do have some issues with the movie, some flaws with the film. That stays from great, but I do think it definitely deserved a sequel. It's a shame it didn't get a sequel. But I guess people were not ready for this kind of super movie, or people didn't get it. This is a time when you had the Dark Knight that came out. The first MCU movie, Iron Man, the Incredible Hulk, and I guess this film was different because in this movie, John Hancock is Will Smith's character. He's an asshole in this movie, and I guess people were not looking for the bad attitude anti-hero at the time. We had you know, I guess it was just because of bad attitude. I don't know. I guess people just didn't get it then. But anyway, I want to talk about the movie itself, production of the film, talk about the plot and the movie itself, yeah, talk about production. Yeah. For the development, Vincent Nago told me the nomination for the idea was that he loved Superman. It inspired him. He wanted to do a version of Superman that was more real and challenging. He wanted to take the Superman genre and turn it upside down. Vincent, Vincent Nago wrote the spec script tonight. He comes in 1996. In 1996, the draft was about a troubled 12-year-old and a fallen superhero was initially picked up by director Tony Scott as a project. The late Tony Scott, right? Yeah. Who directed Top Gun, Beverly Hills Cop 2, Days of Thunder, and The Last Boy Scout? Yeah. I know the guy, I think, committed suicide. Was sad, but he was a really good director. Producer Advocate Goldsman came across the script, which he had considered a favorite, and encouraged Richard Stepson, the, the president of development and production at Entertainment, to acquire in 2002. Eventually, Astron placed the project in and it was acquired by Goldman. I guess it took some time for them to get this kind of movie out there. Because again, this was 1996. You had the Phantom that came out that year, and that was a flop. It was the time where in the United States, it was a time where superhero movies come into their own. So I took the time to do this kind of movie that they wanted to do. But thankfully, you have Batman Begins. Even though I'm not a fan of that, it was successful. And you did have Iron Man. You did have some huge hit for superhero movies. So Maybe that's what got the ball rolling for this film. Vince Gilligan and John August rewrote the script. Michael Mann was intentionally chosen to direct, but he said the option to direct Miami Vice, which I think is a movie based on a TV series starring Jamie Foxx. And Jonathan Mostow was attached as director. Under Mostow's supervision, a 10-page script was written to be pitched by to Will Smith. Oh, I should mention though, I forgot to mention this is a theatrical one disc theatrical edition. There you do have the making of the movie, seeing the feature, building your hero, special effects and stuff, bumps and bruises. Yeah, just a bit of special features here for the movie. But they pitched with Will Smith to portray the lead. Neither Mustard nor Smith was yet committed to making the project, and his active portray at the time. And Dave Chappelle was at one point considered for the lead role. Several studios pursued the opportunity to finance the film. Columbia Pictures succeeded in acquiring the project in February 2005. A second draft was scripted by Gillian, following the foundation of the deal with Columbia. Sorry, the film was intentionally slated for a holiday 2006 release. In November 2005, Mustard Smith committed to the night. He comes. With production slated to begin in Los Angeles to summer 2006. Smith's salary and his pay or play contract for the film was $20 million and 20% of the film's gross. The actor also set up a pay contract to film I Am a Legend at Warner Brothers after completion of Tonight He Comes. Musto eventually departed from the project to create differences. Italian director Dolan March filmed Musto's vacancy in May 2006. Since Marshall was busy editing The Pursuit of Happiness, starring Will Smith and his son Jaden, I think at the time, they started Smith switched projects to film I Am a Legend Fist for the December 2007 release, and then Tonight He Comes afterwards. Later in the month, Michael left the project because of with the filming of the story, and for filming, Peter Berg was attached to direct Tonight He Comes with production slated to be in May 2007. Berg had been midway through filming The Kingdom when he heard about the film and called Michael Mann, who had become one of its producers. The new director compared the original script tone to Leaving Las Vegas, calling it a scathing character study of the suicidal alcoholic superhero. The director explained that rewrite. We thought the idea we was cool. But we did want to lighten up. We all did. Before filming began tonight, he comes with was your child John Hancock, and originally shortened to Hancock. Filming began on Hancock on July 3rd, 2007, Los Angeles. Had a production budget of $150 million. Locations at Hollywood Boulevard were designed to leak damage, having rubbled, overturned vehicles, and fire. Smith's character is also an alcoholic, so proceeding to liquor stores, the art department fake labels such as Pabst Smear vodka for the bottle because brown bag brands like Thunderbird and Night Train refused to lend their names. Reshoots were filmed in timeshare in 2008. Hancock was Peter Berg's first film with visual effects as critical link elements. He used to the computer generated fight his least favorite part of the film. Control and making one scene successful, according to the director. Once the fight starts, you're limited and you're at the mercy of your effects guy, unless they're really technical oriented. It's typically time we have the least amount of control as directors. He and other filmmakers worked to cut down the fight scene, believing that the film's success would come from the character, Steady Smith's character. John Hancock, similar to Robert Downey Jr.'s claim of Iron Man. I guess they were trying to make this nice, the next Iron Man. I guess that didn't work. Visual effects supervisor Carrie Village described as Peter Berg's photography. Though the crew had estimated developing 300 visual effects shots, it was probably 525 shots. Shot scene in Hancock shows a prisoner's head up another's anus. Filmmakers attempted to film it conceivably. Sleight of hand techniques with cameras, finding that doing so did not capture the validity of the gag. The film score was by John Powell. I guess, for the marketing of the film, you had the trailers and TV spots for the movie. It did get it already, but instead, they prefer the PG-13 rating. I can see this film being rated R. So, Hancock originally tonight he comes and later changed to Hancock. It has world premiere at the 30th Moscow International Film Festival on June 18, 2008. The film was released on DVD and Blu-ray on November 25th, 2008. The film was officially worldwide released though on July 2nd. It was nominated for some awards. Well, let's see. It did win 10 Choice Awards. Will Smith won an award, which he deserved. I think he won 2 awards, also for £7. Critical reception. It got 4 reviews from critics. I could agree with one critic, though, said the film was clearly mauled by critics who liked the premise but were How about the subplot of Charlie Stone character? Yeah, I have that issue too, but I'll get more into that. Some critics reported the film was a jump ideas that, despite starting well, did not fully deliver the edge satire the subject matter promised. But for the cast of the movie, well, let's see. The film was rated PG-13 by the Motion Picture Association of America. It got mixed reviews from critics, who found it promising but let down by the mid-movie change in tone. I can somewhat agree with that. Will Smith plays for the cast. We have Will Smith as John Hancock, an alcoholic superhero, occasionally villain, but becomes better. He has possesses superhero powers like superhuman strength, reflexes, and stamina, development regeneration, and can fly at supersonic speeds. He also has amnesia. Yeah, he woke up alone in 1931, so basically he's immortal. Will Smith, despite that slap that he did at the Oscars, I don't know about, he started his career off being as a rapper. He got into the TV show Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, that was a hit. Eventually, he did the Bad Boys in 1994 Bad Boys trilogy, the Men in Black films, Independence Day, I Robot, Enemy of the State. So at the time, Will Smith he became a real famous actor at the time. Charlize Theron, I'm not really as Mary Ray's wife. I mean, I loved her before. I'm not really a fan of this actress. I've never been a fan of Charlize Theron, but I do like her in two of the movies I think about. Like her in I like her on Monster, and I like her in Mighty Joe Young the remake. I like that film a lot. That's a really underrated movie in my opinion. Love Mighty Joe Young because I mostly grew up with it. Yeah, but I'm not a huge Charlize Theron fan. I didn't care for her in the Fast and Furious movies. Don't really care to see Mad Max Fury Road, but that's just me. Didn't like her in the Fate of the Furious. Yeah, I know she. Let's see. She did a superhero movie I think in 2020 called The Old Guard, but I don't know if I have much interest in that. But I still might do a review on that one day since it's a superhero movie. It's planning on it. Jason Bateman is Emperor, a corporate public relations consultant whose life Hancock saves. And he says help. Jason Bateman, he was in Team Wolf 2. Yeah, that was terrible. But he's done some good movies as well. He's done Horrible Bosses, Dodgeball, True Dark Story. He had a small part in that. The Switch to change up Ryan Reynolds. Bad Words. I love Bad Words. That's a hilarious movie. He voiced Nick the fox in Zootopia. Yeah, yeah. And he did a movie last year called Air. So he's a good actor. Jay Head as Aaron. Let's see. Okay, he was in The Blind Side. Yeah. Ed Merchant as Red Parker Jr. See, I might have seen him in another movie. Let's see. Okay, yeah, he was in Mission Impossible 3. Sherlock Holmes Game of Shadows. In the first Sherlock Holmes. Jack the Giant Slayer. Actor John Columbia and Thomas Lynn also appeared in the film as Mike and Jeremy. Mike Gibbs makes a cameo in the post-credit scene. Television Hornet series also has a cameo appearance. Ivan Schaefer, little known for his role in the middle, makes a brief appearance at the beginning of the film. The film is directed by Peter Berg. Okay, this guy directed The Rundown with the Rocket Johnson. I love that movie. Friday Night Lights, The Kingdom, which I've never seen. But that Sergeant Battleship. Yeah, I did not like Battleship. I don't think that'd be a real good movie. Let's see. Oh, he did. He was in some movies like Copland, Collateral. Okay, it's produced by Vincent Nicanacho, Vince Gilligan, who worked on TV shows like Better Call Saul, The X Files. Produced by Evie Goldsman. He's best known for working with Joel Schumacher, like on the films like The Client. He worked on Batman Forever, and Batman Robin, I Robot, I'm Legend, A Cinderella Man. Yeah, yeah. James Lester. He's worked producer of Will Smith of Ali, I Robot, Hitch, Pursuit of Happiness, I'm a Legend. This movie. 7 Pounds. He worked with Will Smith again. Bad Boys for Life. Michael Mann is a producer on the film, and Will Smith himself is a producer on the film. Michael Mann is known for directing. He directed Thief, Collateral with Jamie Foxx and Tom Cruise. Love that movie, really good. He directed that. Excuse me. Cinematography by Toby Schuster. Can't say his name right. He did cinematography for like with and Free Willy 3, The Rescue, The Rundown, Friday Night Lights, Dreamgirls, Hancock, Taking Pelham 123. Really good movie. Lone Survivor. Beauty and the Beast remake. Edited by Colvin Parker Jr., Paul Rubel, who edited movies like, let's see, The Island of Dr. Moore, The Cell, XX, The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, another superhero movie, Collateral, Miami Vice movie, Transformers, the first one, Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, the first Avengers, additional editor on that movie, In the Fate of the Furious, and Bumblebee. Music is by John Powell. Let's see. Okay, yeah, he did music scores for, well, no superhero movie. That was a Marvel movie. That was X-Men Last Stand. I don't like X-Men Last Stand, but I do like his score for that. British Company Columbia Pictures, Tip Media, Overlook Entertainment, Weed River Pictures, Forward Pass, The Shiver Sony Pictures releasing. It was released July 2nd, 2008. It's 92 minutes long, about 1 hour and 42 minutes long. The budget was $150 million, and the box office made $629.4 million worldwide. So it was a hit at the box office. I'll get to a sequel a little later. But for now, we're just going to give the plot synopsis of the movie. So basically, look at my chest. Sorry. Just when I eat, my chest is hurting. The water makes it a little better. But anyway, the story of Hancock is that you have a scruffy superhero named John Hancock. He's got amnesia. He doesn't know who he really is. He's basically, Hancock doesn't like the word, but he is an asshole. He's a mean, nasty guy. He's rude. He gets drunk a lot. He's just a scuffy alcoholic superhero. He protects citizens of Los Angeles, but leaves horrendous collateral damage in the wake of every well-intended feat. That's okay with him though, because Hancock, he doesn't care. He doesn't give a crap what people think, and just like is just as likely to be found dozzing a park bench as saving a damsel in distress. However, after saving the life of PR executive Jason Bateman, and then he meets the man's wife, he realizes that he may have a sensitive side after all, and Ray, played by Jason Bateman, decides to help him out, give him public relations, help make him a hero. He puts Hancock in prison, but just for a good reason. Trusted that Hancock, you could be a good superhero. You could be a good superhero. You can do the right thing here. You can change for the better. And he helps out. And Hancock finds something out about Ray's wife, which there will be spoilers in this review. So if you've never seen this movie, do not watch this review. If you've never seen Hancock, don't spoil it for yourself. Oh, let's make sure it's right. And I do think this film is overlooked and a bit underrated. I just say a bit underrated, but I do have one big flaw with it. But I'll get, to my flaws and all that. Well, later, I'll just talk about the movie itself. I don't want to get into all that now. I just don't like doing that. But the movie opens up with Hancock, just it opens up with the titles and stuff, and then you have John Hancock just sleeping on a bench, and these guys are robbing a bank or whatever. These bad guys are running their, having a shootout with the cops on the road, having a chase, and Hancock's passed out drunk. He's like, Hancock is like, boy, what you want? You know, I was like, want a cookie? He's like, Hancock, bad guys. He's like, what you looking at? What do you want? He's like, you want a cookie? He's like, he's like, asshole. He's like, you heard me. He's like, what'd you say? And then he tries to touch up a lady's skirt. She's like, asshole. And then he flies off drunk. I like seeing when he's flying off drinking, and I like some of the music scores good too. Some of the songs they had in here, rap songs I do like. He hits a fly bird, he nearly hits a plane. But yeah, oh, it's a bird that's plane. Probably like they're doing a bit of a Superman reference there. But he flies into the bad guy's cars, and he's drinking. He's like, and they're not speaking English. They're like, and he's like, so I don't give a shit what you guys did. Just pull over nicely and let the police arrest you, and then they shoot at him. He said that was his last beer. He gets mad. His last vodka. And he's like, you want down? You speak English now? He picks him up. Oh, you made me mad. That's what you don't do. You don't make me mad. Speaking up, drops him off on the side of a building, and he's just sitting there drinking at a bar, and somebody's just looking at Hancock and his attitude. They say Hancock does not give a crap. He's like, woman, I will shove my foot up your ass if you don't keep looking at me like that. But he's got like 600 court subpoenas, but he ignores it. Um, then you have Ray. I can't say his name, but Jason Bateman. He's trying to pitch this all heart logo idea for a corporation that wants to be seen as charitable, but he's saying that they can do it for charity, but the company is looking at him, the corporate's looking at him, these people, people that he's working with, they're like, are you crazy? He's like, it doesn't work. And he starts to call his wife, says, let's make some good spaghetti and meatballs. You know, the track's facing collision with an oncoming freight train. You know, and the thing is, though, he's trapped right in the middle because it's traffic, and this train is coming. He's trying to tell this guy to move up. Drop his car, and this guy won't back up. Which, yeah, some of these people were assholes. You could have backed up and let's just get out of the car. I'm like, why not just move your car? Who gives a damn? You know, uh, if you have to damage the car to save a life, but they don't do it. Hancock knocks. Hancock just picks his car up and then punches the train. Yeah, and people see the damage that he's done. He's like, oh crap, shit. And people say to Hancock, "You're an asshole. You're an a-hole." And some guy's like, "You need to be sued." He's like, this this guy. He's like, you don't need to McDonald's because you eat too damn much. And freaking him, but Hancock's just like, come on, people. And Jason Bateman calms down. He's like, thank you, John Hancock, for saving my life. Hey, give me a lift home. And Hancock flies him home. Uh, his kid, your Charlie Theron, who plays his wife. Yeah, and she looks at Hancock weirdly. And what happens is that I know when the first she complains about the car, I'm like, who cares about the car? At least Ray's not hitting dead by the train. No, that already makes her. That I already dislike her already for that. Complain about a damn car. I'm like, it can be fixed. You know. Anyway, they have him spaghetti meatballs. The kid likes Hancock's like, hey Hancock, what's up? And now he swears in front of the kid a little bit, but he tells him, deal with the bully. You shove that finger up the ass and all that stuff. And Ray tries to talk to him a little later, says that you could be a hero, Hancock. I just need your help. Just give me a call. He gives him his card. Hancock thinks about it. Just sleeping his, lives in a trailer, kind of like almost in the desert. And he goes to Ray about it. And then he meets the kid that, is a bully. And the kid's like, hey, asshole. He's like, I know your kid said you're going through a bad time. He's like, who cares, asshole? Then he keeps calling him an asshole. He's like, call me asshole one more time. Asshole. And then picks the kid up, throws him high in the air. So Ray shows up, he drops him. The kid cries and he's like, I'll get over it, you big wimp. And then he talks to him, shows Hancock some videos of, him going, the clothes is burned, he's half naked, taking some ice cream. He's like, yeah, I'll burn a bill, my ass is on fire, Ray. And then throwing a well all the way to the sea, but hitting a boat while he did it. He says, what did this tell you, Hancock? Homo. Homo and red. Latin homo. He's like, no, you need to become a hero. He improves his image, and Hancock Grizzly does accept it. Ray convinces Hancock to turn himself into the outstanding police, so he shows all citizens how the city really needs him. They miss him fighting crime and saving lives. Hancock's thrown in prison. The first thing he gets there, these guys want to make fun of him. He's like, "Excuse me, please excuse me. I don't want to start any problems." Then they keep on doing it, messing with him. He's like, "Okay, your head is gonna go up his ass," and he actually does do it, and that's funny. And he's in prison though for a while longer. He gets a visit from Charlize Theron and her son. They say hi to him. He gives them a toy, which is nice. They give him some spaghetti. Ray comes over and tells him that he'll be in prison maybe for 8 years. His sentencing for all the laws he's broken. But if he had, a good time before years, and he's like, Ray, I'm not breaking out. He tries to break out of it. He's like, you're a coward. Say that again, Ray. Say that again. Who you talking to, Ray? You need to show him how heroic you can be. And Hancock sees in prison for a while. You shoot a basket from 500 yards away, however far it can be, 40 yards probably. One day he misses the shot though, and it ends up going outside of the prison. He comes right out. They're gonna call it he's trying to escape, but Hancock has a split decision where he can almost escape, but you see Ray has appealed his words have appealed to him, so he jumps back into prison. Hmm. But the crime rate does go up, and they do need him. At first, Charlie Stone's like, she doesn't trust Hancock at all. It's like we don't need him in our lives. But he gets contracted by the chief of police to get out of prison in shaves to stop a violent bank robbery, and he gets this costume. And I like the costume. The costume and the sunglasses really work for him. It's really cool. And at first he's to save this cop lady who's been shot in the leg. Do I have permission to touch your hot body? She's like, yes. There's nothing sexual. Like, just get me out of here. And he does. Picks up the car. That's when he's like, good job, good job. He's like, you've already said that already. And Hancock goes in there. Well, he sneaks in there, lies real quick, and the main villain says, the guy, you took it on me. So you know what? You're gonna break that in there. I got this bomb in him with all these people up. They're gonna mop them up. So you're gonna do this for me, asshole. Hancock pulls off a light, like a light bulb or whatever vent. Call me asshole one more time. Ass, and then he breaks his own. There's the bomb, and he stops him. Cheaply tells him, "Good job." And it's a good overall moment for him. It's that the guy's name is Red Parker, and he becomes popular again. Then they say he goes to dinner with Ray and his wife. People take pictures. He tells them about his amnesia. That it was 1930. It was about he's been living about. He's basically immortal. He's lived for 80 years. Forgot his name, so he's the nurse asked him for John Hancock, so that's when he got the name Hancock. And Ray gets drunk and he takes they Ray and his wife to take along with Hancock, take him home. Hancock puts him in the bed. Appreciates what's done for him. Hancock and Mary almost share a secret kiss, but she pushes him. Literally, she has super strength, and she tells him, "If you tell Ray, you're dead." Uh, he tries to go to. I do like it. Kind of sort of. I did think it was funny when she told him to get out. He's like, "Well, Hancock sneezed, honey." She has to just make it up. She pretends like she can't open up a can of peanut butter or whatever, and he does it for her. Hancock shows up and he tries to either stab at her. He's like, "Stop it! I'm gonna kill you." I was like, "Okay, we'll talk. 4 o'clock." So she goes to Hancock's trailer. She explains her origin. She agrees. She eventually tells them that they have lived for 3,000 years with their powers. They have been called gods and angels in their time. That they're the last of their kind and they're meant to be paired. So they're basically a couple. Well, she's his ex-wife. Mary does not tell Hancock the entire truth, and Hancock departs to tell Ray about the conversation. He's like, "Well, I'm gonna tell Ray then," and they fight. Well, not fight. She pushes him away. He calls her crazy. He's like, "Call me crazy one more time," and she has the power to start tornadoes and stuff. I guess with her mind, they fight a bit. Ray's pitching the all hard low idea. until this big fight happens, and Ray does look over at the window, and he does see that hurt, and you see that disappointment, anger look in his face. He drives home, and he wants her to explain it to him. He tells him about her past and stuff, how long she's lived for. They're built in twos, and they draw on each other over time and great distance. Intervening, but later, though, Hancock intervenes in the liquor store. Well, you have Red Parker, by the way, who the guy that he stuck the head up ass, the big, the little guy the little black guy that he stuck up the big white guy's ass. They plan to team up to kill him out of revenge, so they escape. Hancock uh, sees his liquor store. He overcharged him $9. That's highway robbery, man. And then he gives Hancock a stare. Tells him that he goes on the bedroom, throws him one of the bedrooms, points a gun at the guy's head. The cat, and Hancock throws a candy bar. He shoots Hancock, and Hancock hit the bullet affected him. Nearly passes out and about ready to die. And Mary comes to see him at the hospital. He explains that their paramours they get if they get too close to each other physically, they begin to lose their powers. She tells him that she and Hancock have been attacked a couple of times throughout history. Most recently began in LA and Miami 80 years ago. His skull fractured during an attack, causing amnesia. She was forced to desert him to save his life, allowing him to recover from his injuries. After his resignation, though, he gets raided by Brett Parker and two other thugs. And somewhat, like I said, she's immortal. Mary dumbly just walks up to the guy with the shotgun, just stands there and just, wow, shoots her. And I'm like, you dumb bitch. You are freaking immortal. You're next to him. You're going to die. I'm like, She defends Hancock. Barely just stands there right in front of him. Mary shot trying. Hancock gets mad. Uh, the first henchman, he just throws him out the window. The other henchman tries to choke him. But she's got shot. She's injuries. And Hancock gets shot a little bit too, because remember, they're so close to each other. He's getting immortal. His powers are going. This guy tries to choke him, but Hancock grabs the guy and throws him out the window. Red Parker tries to shoot him. He's like, Hancock, you're just like the rest of us. You're just like normal. And he's about to shoot Hancock. And a badass moment for Jason Bateman grabs takes his son there, by the way, just to see, Hancock in the hospital. Grabs the shovel, not the shovel, the axe, and he jumps his hands like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. And then he knocks him out. And the nurses check on him. Mary's about to die, so Hancock uses the last of his strength to flee from the hospital. And he does. He's flying. He's almost hitting the cars. Eventually, they heal their powers get healed. Hancock goes to New York City and works as a superhero there. And in gratitude to Ray, though, Hancock paints all hard logo on the moon. And Ray and Mary are back together. Talking about that time. And when he calls him about it, he thanks him for what he's done for him. And of course, he's got his suit on. He's next to an eagle, giving him more advertisement to his paws. And then I'll like it just when Hancock flies off, and Hancock flies off just to be a superhero and save the day. So yeah, that's the end of Hancock. Yeah, yeah, I believe it. 92 minutes movie. It is a short film. But let me give my final opinion on this movie. I'm so close to being done here. I promise you. But this is a really good movie in my opinion. I really enjoyed Hancock. Do I say I love it? No, I didn't love it. I didn't think it was amazing. Didn't think it was great. Nothing right to home about. I didn't think it was a great movie, but it is a good film. It's a solid movie. Before I get to any problems though, I do like the story of John Hancock. I do like that at the time. He's a character that's an asshole, that's mean to people, that just does not give a crap about his actions, just gets drunk and stuff. But throughout the movie, though, Jason Bateman helps him out. And I like that he becomes a hero, and got the cool suit. He becomes a better person because of it. He starts to care more. He does turn over a new leaf. But I do like lines in the movie like your ass is up, his ass, or saying, call me asshole one more time. I love that line in the film. A great line of dialogue. Yeah. When the action, I forget to mention, bad guy shoots a arrow at him, no, a missile. He just hits it with his hand, hits it to a car. And good action in there. When the action is there, it's good. And I love CGI special effects. Charlize Theron, I didn't care for her in this movie, but I'll get to that. But I thought Jason Bateman, Will Smith were great. The little boy that the kid was good, and the directing by Peter Berg was good. The script I thought was good. I do have some issues with it, but some of it was good for the story. Starting off the beginning, starts off really great. It's just a part of the story that nearly takes me out of it, that ruined it for me, but not completely. Cinematography is good though. The music score I think is pretty good, and some of the soundtrack is good. It's 92 minutes long. It does go by at a fast pace. I do wish the movie was a tad a little bit up to 100 minutes. I do feel it was a bit too short. Goes by at a good pace though. All right, well now my problems with the movie, and I do have problems. Was that it's a very intriguing story. I like how Hancock goes to jail, like he's an asshole, he's unlikable. But throughout the movie, he grows to be a better person, becomes his hero. Thanks to Jason Bateman helping him, they have a good friendship there. But until, like I said, spoilers, like I said, the whole thing with Charlize Theron, it just comes out of nowhere. She just has superpowers, and I get it. They want to probably give a backstory, but I do think you could have waited for a sequel to give more of a backstory for Hancock. You didn't need that in this movie. Oh, before I get to that though, I do wish that they had more crime fighting. Him in the suit a lot more, fighting crime. That would have been cool. But no, they realized Charlize Theron's character, Mary, she has powers and they're connected. They lived 3,000 years ago, 80 years ago, whatever, 3,000 years, and they're angels and gods, blah, blah, blah. And that when they're together, they don't have any powers. They just be immortal. That kind of didn't make any sense to me. I do like line dialogue when she tells him, you're meant to be a superhero. I like that. And Hancock does become a superhero, but I just didn't believe in that. I just didn't buy it. I just for me, it just kind of felt out of place and nowhere in the movie that really affected the story because it didn't make any sense to me. I didn't get it. But other parts, other than that, though, I still have fun with the movie. That's just, and I didn't like Charlize Theron's acting. Call me crazy one more time, or you're like, I don't get what you see. That's just kind of her dialogue is irritating half the time, and she kind of comes off as bitchy half the time. And I'm like, I didn't care for her character very much. I think they could have picked another actress and cut that storyline out. I think Ray, it should have just been Ray and his son, and Ray helping him and Hancock fighting more crime and become more of a hero. Take Charlize Theron out of the movie. Take the whole story of the Angels and Gods thing. I would leave Hancock's past a mystery. You know, save it for a sequel. In a sequel, it makes more sense that you could tell the backstory of a character. Sometimes for superhero movies, you don't need a backstory or an origin. Adding that in there, that just takes me out of the movie. You know, I don't think I thought the CGI was good as well. Special effects I thought were good. Nothing special, but they were good. I was just like, but the film, that part of the film I didn't care about. Just take that chunk out of the movie and take Charlize Theron, the story about them being partners. I didn't buy them being man and wife used to. They had no chemistry, you know. And she's like, we're brother and sister. I'm like, yeah, right. Brother and sisters don't make out. Well, unless you're Luke Skywalker and Leia Skywalker, but Luke and Leia, but they didn't know at the time in Empire Strikes Back. But yeah, that didn't really make any sense. And the film kind of just, you know, that's my biggest problem with the movie. And I think John Hancock should have been far more from. I'd like to see him more in the suit. Tell his backstory a little later. Just focus on him becoming a hero. I do like the post-credit scene though when Mike Gibbs has got a kid in his hand, and a gun, and Sam Hancock. He tries to calm him down. He's like, "You gonna take me out here, asshole?" I was like, "Call me asshole one more time," and then it ends everything. Credits. Yeah, that's good. So the movie can be entertaining. I just think you needed to work some of that out of there. Some of the writing there, I have problems with. But the cinematography is nice though. I like the cinematography of the film, and the editing is good. The action scenes are good when they're there, and you could have used a lot more action as well. There was a possible sequel though, but director Peter Berg said prior to Hancock's release, the film pulled as much as business as projected. Hancock 2 would likely follow. Will Smith said that there was an ongoing decision about the sequel. The ideas aren't developed, but we're building an entire world. I think people are going to be very surprised at the new world of Hancock. 2009, They want to write a sequel. The studio plan to bring back the producing team. Charlie Theron confirmed that she will respire her role. First said to expect a third actor stars another figure with powers like within Theron's characters, even though in the movie there's the only one. But okay, Theron indicated that she remained interested in the sequel, but admitted that there has not been a process to move forward to production. So even though the film was successful, I think they're still planning a sequel. I think it's a bit too late now, and I don't want to see Charlie Theron come back and cast somebody else. But of course they're probably not going to. But it's been 16 years since we've had this movie. It's been around 16 years and hasn't had a sequel yet. Maybe because I do think they added the story with Charlie Theron that just kind of came out of nowhere, comes completely out of left field, and it doesn't really make any sense. And I'm like, don't you have a good story going, but then you make a mess of it when you just shove a little story in there. Don't shove a backstory so quickly, writers. Save it for a sequel. The movie would have been so much better without that. I guarantee it. You know, don't don't throw an explanation in so quickly. Save it for the sequel. That's what you do with a movie. You save things for a sequel sometimes. You know, just don't force a storyline in there. Just don't force it out of nowhere. That doesn't make any sense. Because it confuses me every time I watch them. Like okay, they're lovers. They were wives. They lived 3,000 years ago. Okay, this is just kind of too much thrown in my face at the moment with this movie. But other than that, don't get me wrong. Other than that, the movie, I like Will Smith's performance. He's great as John Hancock. I like Jason Bateman. Charlize Theron, I just didn't like her character, and they could use more action. But I do think the film is entertaining. The humor can work at times. Good lines of like "Call me asshole one more time." But a lot of it's funny, and it should have been a rated R movie. I could see this as a rated R film, but they cut down PG-13 part because they thought, well, it'll be more successful. That's the MPA though for you. Have to cut movies. But I can see Hancock as more of an anti-hero. It should have went more with that, more of a darker tone with it. But still, regardless, it's an entertaining movie. It's definitely, I would say, overlooked, a little underrated. It could have been so much. It could have been a better movie if they would sort of cut some of that stuff out. But otherwise, it's still a good movie. It's still entertaining, folks. But I would say, The Dark Knight I feel is an overrated movie, but at least I had a great performance in it. And I have my issues with that movie too, but I'd rather watch Hancock and get more entertainment than that. And it's more shorter than Dark Knight. It's not over 2 hours long, and I would say Iron Man and Incredible Hulk better. They're better movies because of their stories. Basically, are better. But this film, it does have entertainment. It's a good movie to watch. You know, if you want to get a superhero movie though, just the whole storyline with Charlie Stone that completely out of left field that might confuse you a bit. But despite that, you can that problem, you can still enjoy the movie for what it is. For what it is, it's a solid good movie. So, but my rating for Hancock, starring Will Smith, Charlie Theron, Jason Bateman, I'm gonna give it a thumbs up, and my rating for this film is 4 out of 5 stars. So, because I still like it, still a good movie, 4 out of 5 stars. Yeah, I just think they needed to work more on the story a little more, not, not cut, not force something into the storyline. You know, that's just my opinion. So, guys, tell me what you think of Hancock in the comment down below. All right, the next review. Well, today's November 30th, right? Today's last November, so I definitely want to do some Christmas reviews, 2 Christmas reviews tomorrow, Sunday. I'm gonna try to do that. And this year's movie, because I do Christmas reviews on my other YouTube channel, I want to do it on this channel as well. And I do that every year of December. And since we're getting December now, I figured, and this movie I think turns 35 tomorrow, so why not do a review on it? It is the 1983 comedy classic, Christmas comedy classic film, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, starring Chevy Chase, Beverly D'Angelo, Randy Quaid, Doris Roberts, Julie Louis Dreyfus. But yeah, Christmas Vacation. This is next. But a good movie. The National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. This will be next. So stay tuned for that, guys. I will be reviewing We Wish You Chose Christmas, but it'll probably be a rant. And I will be reviewing. We'll go back to superhero reviews though. Maybe I'll review this more. It's a maybe. It's 120 minutes long, but I can't guarantee it. That is, I reviewed the first movie in two animated films, but this is once again starring Ron Perlman, Selma Blair, and Doug Jones and Jeffrey Tambor, and it came out in 2008 as well, and that is Hellboy 2: The Golden Army. So when we get back to superhero movies, this will be the next one, Hellboy 2: The Golden Army. Yep. Probably the last great Hellboy movie in my opinion. I haven't seen the two new ones. I'm not really that much interested in them. Yeah, but Hellboy 2: The Golden Army. We get back to superhero movies. Hellboy 2: The Golden Army, and then I've already reviewed Batman Gotham Knight. I'll share that review after I upload this review of this movie. And I've already reviewed The Dark Knight, which I will share. And then we'll have three more 2008 movies after this. So not going into that now. But so guys, let me know what you think of Hancock against my rating for the film. Once again, it's 4 out of 5 stars. Thumbs up. Let me know what do you think of this superhero film. Do you like it? Do you hate it? What do you think of it in your opinion? Yeah, and what is your favorite black superhero movie? Lead starring a black man. I think my favorite, was Still in Spawn. I think sucks. So those are the, Spider Man. Not a fan of. People might say Black Panther, but for me, it'd probably be honest, Blank Man. I love Blank Man. That's a very fun movie. Probably my favorite. But yeah, let me know what y'all think of Hancock down below. And stay tuned for some two Christmas reviews tomorrow for National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. And we wish you a Turtles Christmas. And when I turn to superhero movies once again, Hellboy 2: The Golden Army. So thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, share my channel. Appreciate thanks for watching. Have a good night or a good day, wherever you're at. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.